tal?
Todo bien.
Todo bien.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to my humble living room. So I'll get the wine out later, but let's talk. Why are you so serious in the press conferences?
No, I try always to be serious.
No, you're not.
Just when I'm with you, we laugh a little bit more.
Is it because you're shy? Is it because you don't want to get it wrong? Is it because what you see is a very, if you like, a smaller Enzo Maresca, not the full version of it?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't pay big attention in the way I need to be. I just try to be myself. Sometimes I'm a little bit more. I laugh a little bit more. Sometimes depends a little bit.
So where do we find the full version of Enzo Maresca?
At the training ground.
Uh-huh.
No, again, I think it's always the full version.
In fact, I've asked players and assistant coaches about where is your magic. Every manager has got something that is special at. And they pointed out three things. See if you agree and you can help me with. One of them is preparing games and communicating them to the players. Do you think that's part of your...
I think, yeah, it's part of my job, but it's also part of any manager, to have a plan and try to be clear with the players in the way you try to communicate.
So it's about information, but it's about how you communicate it as well.
Absolutely.
And on the back of that, what you get is basically the involvement of players. They have bought the plan and have bought the project, the game plan and the project. So if you rotate, which you do a lot, nobody complains. Is that right?
Nobody complains, but especially when you rotate a lot and the level is still the same, that is the most important thing for the manager, because you can see that even if you rotate players, the level is always there, the results are always there. For sure, when you have inside the pitch all your best players, it's always, the level is always higher. But it's impossible when you play so many games. You have to try to rotate and find the best solution.
And when you rotate, do you talk to the player that is about to play or the one that is not playing because he's rotating?
You have to talk with both, with the ones that they are going to play, the ones that they are not going to play, because they have to be ready for the next one.
And the third thing that they say that you do is that you don't marry anyone, which is a Spanish expression to mean like you just don't give extra love to anybody. Perhaps we say some players need to be treated a bit special because they are special, or just treat everybody the same.
No, I think you have to treat them in different way, but no one of them is special, because probably it's wrong if we allow them to believe that they are special, because then football is so quick, the things they can change so quick. So I think they are all important. You need to treat all of them in different way, but I don't think some of them is special.
So you are the best coach that you can be right now, because you learn from the experiences. But how different are you now to when you started?
I said many times that I try always to learn. I think there are many things that I can do better, we can do better as a team. And this is the most excited part, that you can learn everything.
So you've got to a situation now in which you lead in a historic club, a winning club. You've been given a very young squad. How do you deal with that?
The big achievement is that you have a young squad and you need to achieve result. That it's not easy, but I think we are getting better. Last year we achieved something important like the Club World Cup, the conference, especially we are playing Champions League because of last year. I think this club, Chelsea, belongs to Champions League. So also was a good result, a good achievement, and it's excited. Young players, they want to learn, open mind, they want to improve, and this is a good thing.
And nobody challenge you anything, because you're clearly the boss. The white hair allows you to remind them that you're a little bit older than them, perhaps.
A little bit.
And one of them is, of course, Estêvão. He's one of those special talents.
The best thing he has since he joined the club is that it's always happy. It's always laughing. I think has to be the main part, especially I think for all, the Brazilian player is important for the culture, for different reasons. And the good thing is that I met the family, fantastic person, the dad, the mom, it's very important.
Good luck, it's a tough week,
Thank
both
you very
big
much.
games, so hope it goes
Thank
well.
you, thank you,
Cheers.
gracias.
De nada, grazie mille.
Grazie.
Oh, that was a lovely interview ahead of Chelsea's game with Barcelona. What did we think about him when he said how he's managing rotating all these players? He's obviously got a huge squad, but the main thing is that the results are there, the levels are always there. We said it yesterday in the report card, he might not be giving enough credit for the amount of times he has to rotate and deal with such a big squad. What do we think of him in his comments about all of that?
I personally love it.
Yeah.
Hats off to Guillem, because clearly Maresca likes and respects Guillem as well. But we actually saw for the first time a little peek behind the curtain, because he is so austere. He is so poker-faced all the time. We just got a little hint.
He was very honest.
Yeah, but I wonder what he's like as a player, because he is so hard. And sometimes that's what players need. He's not necessarily an arm round the shoulders. And also we saw a bit more of his personality there. I think he's a very pragmatic and logical coach who, and I think it's his strength that he doesn't look at players' reputation, personality, or anything. No, I treat them all the same. I don't favour anybody. So like when he hooks Reece James after 45 minutes at the weekend, he told him in advance this, and you're playing, we've got a big game, Barcelona, you're only playing 45 minutes today. Reece James totally understood, totally accepted, no problem at all. So, yeah, I think he knows exactly what he's doing all of the time. Doesn't mean he'll get it right all the time, but he's a deep thinking and a very, how to put it, he's a very organised coach.
He seems very sold on his convictions, Enzo Maresca, unafraid to make big decisions, and he understands that rotation is part of the modern game. It's not an accessory to rotate anymore. It's almost like an obligation. If you want to be like a Manchester City, like a Chelsea, like a Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, that top echelon of teams in modern football, and you want to compete for your domestic cup, for your domestic league, for the Champions League, you have no option but to use the full strength of your 23-plus man squad. And Enzo Maresca has, 27 players used, has done that really well, I think.
So I want to give you a number, 17 different lineups in 18 matches so far.
Wow.
That's rotation to the T. Some of it's been because of injuries, some of it out of necessity, but it leads me to this. I talked about it yesterday. There's a level of trust that I see forming between Enzo Maresca and some of the supporting cast members. The trust is developing between Andres Santos and Maresca, figuring out what's the best position for him. Very versatile player. He's now put him as a defensive midfielder, and he looked quite good at the weekend, I thought, in terms of putting out fires, because you can't play a player like Moises Caicedo every single match, although Chelsea fans would love that. I think we'd love that because we get to talk about him every week. I think players, like getting the balance right between, okay, Garnacho is your first choice winger. We've seen a winger debacle and calamity at Chelsea before. Garnacho is your first choice because of experience in the Premier League. Jamie Gittins has been more at home in the Champions League, and it's good to see a player like Gittins slowly start to find his footing. So you're seeing a cast system starting to develop at Chelsea, and that's down to Maresca.
Is that rotation, is it working because he is honest with the players? And he kind of alluded that no one's really complaining.
I think they don't complain because they know he doesn't care.
Yeah.
They'll go and say, boss, I should.
That's maybe why it works.
He literally says, yeah, whatever. This is the team. You're in, you're out. Get on with it.
And when he said, I don't give anyone any extra love, I don't treat players like they're special, because maybe that's what leads to problems.
Who on Chelsea deserves to be treated in a more special way?
Yeah, but hang on.
You not argue Palmer?
Because some people, Nico, you know,
For sure.
management, it's man management. Some people, so if your job is to get the best, so it's Hannah's job to get the best out of us three, okay? We're all different personalities, and she would treat us differently. So if you take that and exacerbate into an athletic sense, you'll talk to some people differently to the other people. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
I don't think that's what he meant by treating anybody more special than other. Maybe it's because without a shadow of a doubt, you can't treat everybody the same, but you can't put certain players on a pedestal unless I swear you have to be Messi to be treated in a different limelight. Messi, Ronaldo, and then everybody else. You need to keep that hunger alive, especially from your best players, like Cole Palmer and Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez is a World Cup champion. How do you keep the drive?
Man management.
Exactly. You can't pamper a World Cup champion. You can't. Cole Palmer, he has so much more to win in his career. So I think that's what he was alluding to. Not giving anybody a little bit, making them feel more special because they're better or anything like that.
But it goes back to Guillem's very first point. It's the way that he says it. It's the poker face.
Almost
isn't it?
stoic, you know?
Yeah. It's like, no, I don't treat anybody any differently.
Yeah. Chelsea have the youngest squad in the Premier League and in the Champions League. Average age is 23.4 for the 23 and 4 months, I'm guessing. That's got to be difficult.
I think it is. And not only that, to be competitive throughout an entire season up against a bunch of situations, almost like it's the first time that they're seeing this. Like, for example, how do you get the best out of an Estêvão or...
Especially in the Champions League, which some of these players may never have played in the Champions League before.
Oh. It's a tricky situation.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the benefit of when you're a group of young players, winning something together matters. And this isn't a group that hasn't won something. They just came off the Club World Cup winning something against PSG. I know some people might say, it's a Club World Cup, but that was significant for this Chelsea side.
And Conference League also.
And Conference League last year was significant. Look at the players that contributed. Cole Palmer, Moises Caicedo. We're seeing the benefits of that. Moises Caicedo has taken his game to another stratosphere where he is in the conversation for one of the best midfielders in the world, not just in the Premier League, but in this very competition. Winning, that is a domino effect that it becomes in your bones. It becomes a mental shift for Chelsea. And prior to this, who's the only other player that's left out of Thomas Tuchel's side? Reece James? That's the only other player that's won something big before last season, right? So that really matters, and it sets a culture and a tone.
To your point, and also something Nico said earlier, you know, we talked about this early phase of the Champions League, and it's not going to determine they're going to end up in the top half of the group. But just think, if Arsenal and Chelsea both win their matches in midweek against Bayern and Barcelona respectively, the high that will give them going into their clash next weekend.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.